The General Staff of Iran's armed forces said that Ukrainian International Airlines Flight 752, which crashed just after taking off from Tehran's airport on January 8th, was brought down due to human error, according to state-run press TV. Iran targeted the passenger plane unintentionally. U.S. officials previously said that they thought the plane had been shot down with two Russian-made surface-to-air missiles, likely by accident. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani said Saturday that the investigation of Iran's armed forces has concluded that missiles fired due to human error caused the crash of the Ukrainian plane. He also gave his thoughts and prayers to the mourning families. So the Iranian officials are essentially saying that the plane crashed because of the tensions between them and the US, because they just had conducted that missile strike against the US assets or those bases housing US troops in Iraq. Iran is implying that their plane increased radar activity and fear of US aggression as the cause of the downed Ukrainian aircraft. Hours after the missile operation in Iraq, U.S. military flights around the borders of Iran increased, and Iranian military officials reported seeing aerial targets that were coming towards Iran's strategic centers, according to a statement released by Iranian Armed Forces headquarters. Numerous defense centers around Iran reported seeing increased radar activity, which caused a heightened sensitivity in the aerial defense centers of the country. Under such sensitive and crucial conditions, Ukrainian International Airlines Flight 752 Rouhani Airport, and while in rotation, the aircraft came close to the sensitive RRGC military center at an altitude and flight condition that resemble hostile targeting. And because their air defense system was then placed in a very heightened, alert sensitive setting that makes it go up a lot quicker than it usually was. So due to these circumstances, the aircraft was unintentionally hit, which unfortunately resulted in death of many Iranian and foreign nationals. The Iranian officials say that the human error leads to the plane being shot down. The general staff in the military also says they are going to determine the culprits who were responsible and then place them in front of a military court. The Iranian officials before the confession statement denied that missiles could have shot down the plane, but there was the investigative committee of the Civil Aviation Organization, and this time it is actually done, and the military itself was coming out and saying yes, they are the ones that shot down the plane. They say it was because of those heightened tensions between the US and Iran after Iran targeted those bases with the US troops on it, and they are obviously saying they are going to launch an investigation of their own as to how this happened and who was behind it. They're saying that they're going to put in place measures to ensure that something like this does not ever happen again. Of course, we know that Secretary of State Mike Pompeo came out and said that the US officially now does believe that it is likely that the plane was shot down by a surface-to-air missiles, after the Canadians said exactly the same thing. So now the Iranians are themselves also coming out and admitting that they indeed by accident shot down the plane.